Hello, Leo. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Tarot Illuminati by Eric C. Dunn, in support of Oracle cards, The Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. What do we got going on? I don't know. Do we want these or not? Got a lot of them out there. A lot of the Oracle cards. And it seems like the things are all over the place. All over the place already. Yeah. We'll see how this goes. Like, everything is jumbled. I almost feel like how you're feeling and what you're doing and what's going on around you, it's just like everything's blurring. It's almost like, what do I really think? There's so much going on. Like, it just, everything's just going all over the place. You're very busy. You're very busy. There's a lot you have to get done. You got the Badger spirit with the Bee spirit, and then you got the Eight of Cups here, kind of like, this seems very work-centered, and it feels like whatever you have to get done is taking you away from what you'd rather be doing. There's some things, some recreational things, or it could be even business things that you want to do that you can't seem to, and you seem to be having to walk away from these possibilities. But there's so much else being done, but you feel like, I have to get all this other stuff done. I have to do this. This is what is required right now. I don't really have a choice. The Badger spirit makes me feel like there's a very strong sense of responsibility. It feels very home-like to me. The Badger makes me think of home. It says, be fearless and bold. But for some reason, the Badger makes me feel like it's very, like, life's blood. Like, this is what I need to do to keep going. And you're doing what needs to be done. You're doing it very well. You got the Emperor in the actual environment. What's actually happening is things are very stable. Things are getting done. Things are getting done correctly the way they need to get done. At this point in the game, that's how it has to play out. And you're just doing it. Okay. So that's what that is. What comes in next is kind of like, this is where things kind of blur. And I don't think it's you this is happening to, but this is definitely affecting your situation. Peacock with the Two of Cups. But when I'm feeling the Two of Cups in the environment, this is other people centered on each other rather than what they should be doing. And it seems like somebody's flaunting their relationship. Somebody's flaunting their relationship. Now, why are they flaunting it is a good question. Are they trying to get a rise out of you, or are they just neglecting things due to this relationship? Because it's flaunting it out there. When I'm getting the Peacock with the Two of Cups, it's flaunting it. Like, look what I got. Look what's going on. I'm with my lover today, so, we're not going to get a lot done. Ha, ha, ha. Stuff like that. Seems a little obnoxious, I have to say. Seems a little obnoxious. Again, you don't want to deal with this. That's my first thought. You don't even want to deal with that. You're just kind of like, yeah, whatever. You don't want to deal with it. You've got Horse Spirit, which is a freedom energy, kind of like living out there, living the way you need to live life. You've got Buffalo, which is a very abundant card. The abundant universe will provide. There's a lot of abundance here, a lot going on here. You're freeing yourself from that energy. You've got a lot of other things going on. And you got the koi fish, which is telling me you're not lacking anything here, but it's just kind of like, there might be a couple twinges of like, I want that too, but I don't have the time for it right now. It's kind of annoying. But you're keeping it all to yourself. You seem to be keeping all this bottled up. You're centering on other things. You're staying in this productive energy. Whatever that is, you just seem to be walking away from it. You seem to be disconnecting. Like, for some reason, romance, you don't have any time for it at this point. And you're just kind of like ignoring that whole arena. You're ignoring that whole arena of romance. This could be somebody. This could be your partner trying to get your attention too. I'm getting that, and you're just kind of like, I can't right now. I can't right now. It could be that for you though. Take it with a grain of salt. General read and all that other good stuff. There's a lot of energy here. There's like, you're so busy. You got lots going on. You got lots going on. All right. As this keeps going forward, though, you're noticing it, like this love energy. You want that for yourself. You do. But you're like, I don't have time for it. Like, I don't have time for it. I want it. I don't have time for it. And you got the wolf spirit here, kind of like, but I'm going to need it. um, you don't have time for it. You want it. And you're like, I don't have time for it now, but I got to work it in here. I got to get some romance in my life here with a partner you're currently with, or if you're single, you want to go on a date or something. You're like, I got to find something. I got to get some type of romance going on here. Because now I'm wanting it. Now that I've saw it, I was trying to walk away from it and try to ignore it, but I'm still seeing it, and it just makes me want it more. I want romance in my life. I want it. I need to get it. So whatever you want from this romance experience that you want to pull into your life at this point, you got the deer spirit, kind of like, yeah, but I'm not looking to be a bully. There's a certain something you want. And you're like, you're being very careful, and you're trying to be like, how can I make this happen? It's not so much it's like a few different factors, like treating somebody the way you need to treat them, but also like not causing problems in other areas. For some reason, which Leos aren't shy. I really don't know any shy Leos, but for some reason you're like, I got to keep this private. It might be kind of like, if I flaunt out there that I'm having a good time, I'm gonna get hell from these other people. I'm gonna have problems over here. People are gonna be like, how do you have time for that? What, shouldn't you be doing this? Shouldn't you be doing that? So you gotta kind of keep it low key. That's another reason I'm feeling deer spirit here. Like, you gotta keep it kind of hidden, kind of like, people find out I have a good time or I'm enjoying my life, all of a sudden there's problems. So you're doing what you can to move something forward, and you got the Empress card on your side too. Is kind of like, I don't think you're shy. Like, I don't know of Leos that are shy. It's just very rare if that happens. So it's not about that, but it's about kind of like, I don't need people causing me problems. I want to enjoy it. Like, I literally want to enjoy it, and I don't need other people and their problems causing me issue. So you're trying to pull something towards you. You're trying to be a little bit more covert about it. The environment has the Eight of Pentacles with the Beaver spirit, which is telling me there's a lot of work going on around you. Whoever you're connecting to, or trying to connect to, whoever you want, seems to also have the same respect for how busy you are, because they themselves are also very, very busy. It almost seems like the way you match up with this person, the fact that you're able to spend some time together, seems like that's a hard thing to do anyway. You got Judgment in your favor, though. You seem to find somebody who wants to link up with you, whether it's somebody you're already connected with, or if you're single, you're finding somebody who, like, yeah, I'd like to connect with you. I'd like to do that. I don't know when I'm going to be able to, but I'd like to. And you're like, cool. That's the first step. The fact that you want to. Now let's try to find a way to work it out. This is going your way. You're determined to make this work out. You got the Eight of Pentacles. This is going to take some time, because the Nine of Swords is showing up kind of like it's just never matching. You're finding somebody who wants to. You're finding what you want. Like, it's not just somebody like, oh, they'll fit the bill. They'll be fine for now. It's not like that. This is somebody you really want to connect with. You really want to try some romance things going on here. They fit what you want. They are who you want. It's just the challenge is they're just as busy as you are, so matching those schedules up is becoming quite the pain in the butt. But you're determined. The Ten of Pentacles is telling me you're determined. Like, sooner or later we'll find a way to work this out. The Nine of Swords in the environment is telling me it's challenge after challenge. It may take a few weeks to get that to work out. But this other person understands your devotion and matches you on that. It's not just you working to try to make time. They're also working with you to also match that up. They're trying the best they can the same way you are to try to match that up. It will come together. The Lover's card with the King of Pentacles. I don't feel like this is just like, oh wait, you have a doctor's appointment Tuesday and you have a couple hours free after that. Oh, that's my day off anyway, so I guess we can make that work. Like, well, at least this week that's my day off anyway. So it's not like that. It's kind of like you're finding a segment in the week, like, oh, you know what, Tuesdays at 8 o'clock, I can keep that free. I get out of work at 7. I can make that like a staple. Like I can be free from 8 to midnight. I can hang out with you from 8 to midnight. That can work for me. I can do that with you. You're finding a spot that can happen weekly, is what I'm getting. It's like, especially with that King of Pentacles, I feel like you're finding a time to connect with this person and start to develop a relationship that's dependable weekly. Like you can do this weekly. What you do in that time is, that's subjective to what's going on for the week, I guess. But the fact that you can have this block of time for that. This person is working with you to try to make that happen. But they're kind of like, we have to work with this time. Like, I have this time. Let's try to stay in this time block. They got the elephant. Elephant, to me, says it's like a very wise card, but I see some determination here. Learn from the past. So they've had probably other problems, but I'm getting like the determination. When I think of an elephant going forward and they're determined to go forward, then it's hard to stop them. I'm just saying. The porcupine here is like, they might be a little bit rigid once they have this time carved out. If you're not able to fit into this time, they're like, but I've carved this out for us. Why aren't you here? They might get a little bit cranky if you're not able to fit that same time. So be aware of that. They're going to want you there every time at that time, and they're going to start depending on it. That's not easily doable for you for some reason, is what I'm getting. Things go left and right every now and then, and you have to move around with it. This situation feels difficult to me. It seems like, I don't want to say it's messy, but I feel like it's complicated. It's complex. You've got the crow spirit on your side. So communicating is not a problem. But there's kind of like making things work out the same every time. That's not working out either, is what I'm also getting. So it's kind of like trying to figure out what's really going on here. And communication is the best. Like, I feel like you're good with communication, but I'm also seeing like this other person, they carve out a piece of time and they're like, no, this is the time. You have to be here then. I just don't feel like that's going to work. I just feel like that's the big problem here. Because I'm getting the devil card with the 2 of Wands. Feeling really restricted in trying to fit within this parameter and trying to make it work out. Trying to make choices that will keep that in check. And the electric eel here, like electric eel, like that's a zap. It says here, bring your ideas to life. But when I think of electric eel, like I don't get into the water with an electric eel. I wouldn't do that. Like I don't want to get shocked by an electric eel. I have no idea how hard that hits or how much that hurts. But the point is, I'm getting there's going to be a lot of blow-ups, a lot of problems, a lot of trying to fix things, a lot of trying to make better decisions, a lot of having to change decisions. That's the 2 of Wands. When things have to change and this block of time isn't able to be honored, you have to change direction or change decisions, there's going to be big problems. I'm getting that with the devil card. And the eel is telling me it's right under the surface. You might not think it's going to be a problem, but there's going to be problems. It's kind of like that's what I'm getting with the electric eel too. You might not see it, but you get into that water and zing, it gets you. So I feel like what the whole point of this reading is like, see what you're getting into. Realize when this person carves out a piece of time, like it's going to feel restrictive. If you're able to work that out to where you can find a way to make that work with that one piece of time, you'll be fine. I really think that's going to be extremely hard. But if you can do it, great. Otherwise, they're like just preparing you for the blow-ups you're about to incur. What else can you do with it, though? I just feel like they're trying to say that this might only last so long because of that. This might be like, just kind of roll with it, enjoy it while it lasts, but it may not last too long because it may get more difficult than not. It may be very temporary because of the restrictions. All right. Thank you for watching. I hope that helps. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.